our knees up. And let's bring our feet wide on the mat. Press into the feet and lift the hips. In fact, just press the hips up for a moment. Lift the head, tuck the chin into the chest. Pressing the hips up. Just hold that and breathe. Using your glutes and the front of your hips, the thighs, and through the heels of the feet. Breathing here. Just inhale, take it up a little more. And exhale down. Hug the knees into the chest and rock and roll side to side. And let's bring our feet back to the floor. Lift the hips and just adjust yourselves. In fact, tuck your tailbone under. Low back goes towards the floor, the sacrum, and the pubic bone comes up towards the belly button in towards the spine. Adjust your body so you feel nice and flat on the mat. And let the knees fall in. Palms toward the sky, back of the hands on the floor. Closing your eyes. Just listening. Breathing. Yawning. Letting the weight of the day fall off our bodies and off our mats, like shoo, get off of here. Nice deep breaths. In fact, let's inhale to a count of, let's go 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and hold it. Exhale, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it out. Inhale, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it at the top. Let the shoulders come wide. Let the collarbones go wide. Relax the back of the neck. Relax the shoulders. Exhale, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it out. Tuck that belly button really far down into the spine. Relax the shoulders. Relax the back of the neck. Bring the chin down and inhale. Exhale, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold the breath out. Relax the lips and the face. Inhale. Just let the breath come naturally. Notice how deep it gets. All the way up. Exhale, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold the breath out. Chin down to the chest, towards it. Neck long, reach to the crown of the head. Relax the shoulders and let the breath just come naturally. Inhale. Filling the body. Exhale. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold the breath out. This last time. Hold it. Relax the jaw. And inhale. Completely fill in the body and come back to a neutral breath. Relax your face, forehead, cheeks, nose, ears, neck. Let's turn the face and look to the left. Bring your right shoulder down and away from your right ear. Don't bring your chin into your left shoulder. Just turn face towards the floor. Inhale, let's bring our right arm up above the head and the left hand to the chin, turning it. And let's drop our knees over to the right with the open windshield legs. So bring in that left hip up and out. Bring that left knee out towards the bottom of your mat and towards the floor. Try to keep the face towards the left. In fact, take a couple more breaths and notice if you can just bring your nose a little closer to the floor. Deep breaths. We practice deep breaths, so let's stick with them. And lift that left hip up and away. Stretching that, bring your left hand out to the side at the T against the mat. Helping use it, leverage your left hip all the way up. Knee down. Relax the whole front of the pelvis. And come back to neutral. Head faces towards the sky. Bring the right arm down. Take a breath. Keep the feet out wide on the mat. Turning your face and looking to the right. Keep the left shoulder down and away from the left ear and the neck. Try to keep the chin neutral on the right side. Bring that right hand to the outside of the left cheek and the left chin, jaw, and just bring that nose towards the floor, breathing here. Opening up the space between your left ear, left neck, left shoulder. Slow breath. Inhale, bring that left arm up above your head. Maybe block out of the way. Try to keep that left shoulder blade on the floor, the left shoulder on the floor. We're reaching out with your fingertips. Breathing and trying to bring that right cheek to the floor. Left shoulder down and away. Breathing, and let's take those knees and drop them over to the left. The right hip lifts up off the floor. That's great. Breathing here. Send the breath wherever you need it. Maybe it's in the spine, maybe it's in the hip. Reach that right knee towards the bottom of your mat, the right hip up and out, pointing towards the sky. The face turns towards the right. Elongate the neck and the left shoulder. Bring that right knee kind of closer to the floor, stretching the quad. Right hip, right quad. Press that hip up, up, up. Right hip up, 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 and away. Opposite of the nose and the chin. Then release, come back to neutral. Move slowly. Press your feet in the floor, you keep them wide, and lift your hips up again. And bring them down. Tuck the tailbone under, pelvic floor comes up, pelvis reaches toward the belly button. Lower it back down. Hug the knees. Rock and roll side to side. Let's bring the left leg out and rest it on the floor. And extend that left leg. You know how we like to do. So keep that heel reaching out, the toes reaching toward the face. You got the whole back of the leg reaching out and the whole top of the leg reaching up towards the body. There's a lot going on there. We're going to hug this right knee into the chest, keeping the left hip down on the floor. Breathe here, really working both sides to get as much out of it as you can. Breathing here. That knee can kind of come towards the shoulder, the armpit, straight to the chest if you like. Yeah, I like to take mine out a little bit so they could just get a really deep stretch. There's a separation happening between the front of the hips and maybe in the right hip. Let's bring that right leg out. Hold it with the right hand. Left arm comes out to the left. And bring that right thigh, right calf, keep that knee bent. Left hip stays down. Open that right leg while it's still bent to the right. Breathing. Let's keep bringing that leg out, maybe moving your hand, bringing it a little closer down, making a big, huge circle, a slow, big circle all the way around. Let's come up to center, pull it back, and again, one really big, deep circle on the right side. Inhaling as you go forward and exhaling as you come back. And then next time we're into the chest, you're going to just hold it in again. Reach out with that left leg, nice and strong, back of the thigh, back of the calf on the floor, toes toward the face. And let's reach up this right leg up. Hold behind your knee. Shoulders stay down. In fact, get on top of your shoulder blades. Chin comes down. Neck is long, reaching up to the crown of the head. Right leg working. Left leg now working. Just get it as straight as you can, whatever that is, and flex the toes toward the face. Breathe here. And enjoy it. Enjoy it. Using the breath, you just can't help but just feel the release happening. So we're going to pull with our arms and press with our leg. Really try to reach that heel towards the sky, reach that thigh into the hands, but we're pulling the leg towards the face. And we're breathing here. We're going to hug that knee into the chest. Grab it with the left hand, right arm goes out and cross it over across the body. Turning the face to the right, knee to the left. Breathing. Letting the body go. Finding places to release. You can bring that right sit bone out more towards the wall in front of you, but beyond your feet. Now I want you to bring your left hand underneath your knee or behind your thigh. We're just going to bring that right foot out wherever it goes. Just play with that a little bit, holding the knee up. And stretching the back of the leg, toes toward the face, breathing here. See if you can't let it go a little further. I know it hurts, that's okay, ankle circle. Take our mind off of it. Opposite direction. Opening the waistline. And then bending that knee, bringing it back in. In fact, let's bring it up one more time. Back in. Hug the knees into the chest. Rock and roll side to side. Hugging the left knee with both hands. Bring that right leg out. Nice and long, nice and strong on the floor. I gotta scooch up a little bit. Back of the thigh, back of the calf, towards the mat. Really pushing down into the mat. You know how we do. Heel reaching out. Sole of the foot is flexed. Toes toward the face, shin up, knee up, thigh up. Bring that left knee in, bent knee. Holding it with both hands. Releasing the top of the right connection of the thigh and the hip. Let that go. Breathe into that. Hugging this left knee in. Tight, tight, tight. Keeping that right leg working. There's an opening that happens, and then we're going to just allow the left hand to hold the left bent leg and just bring it open. Slowly bring it open. Right hip stays down. Gently pulling it, letting it move, breathing into it. And then just beginning to do some circles, bringing that knee out and around and in. Inhale out. Exhale in. Inhale out. Exhale in. Inhale. Exhale. And switch directions. Try to release the jaw, the tongue, and then hold that knee back into the chest, both hands. We're going to extend the leg up, all the way up. Pressing the back of the thigh into the hands, into the palms and the fingers. Really working both legs now. Shoulders stay down. Try to bring your chin back into the chest. Don't be like, up on the top of your head. Chin goes down. Head goes tall through out of the spine. Pulling that thigh in, that whole leg, and really try to straighten it out wherever it is. Maybe it's over here, I don't know. Toes toward the face, reaching out, and then some circles Oh, we did that on the, we didn't do that yet. That's okay, it feels really good. Breathing. Feeling the expansion of your body. See, you know that's happening right now. Pressing and pulling. Pressing with the thigh away, pulling with the hands in. Shoulders stay down. Bringing that knee all the way in, crossing it over to the right side. Breathing here. Let that left foot come down to the floor, maybe the left knee, who knows? Turning the face towards the left. Let the waistline get long and open. Feel any little cricks or cracks going on in the back and the spine, and then let the right hip and outer thigh relax. 2 more breaths. Not working too hard, we're just here. Okay, so I want you to bring your palm under the knee or the thigh and extend that left leg out. Woohoo! Wake up. Flex the toes, back of the thigh reaching out. Kind of let the foot come to the floor. There's going to be a separation in the hip right here. Turning the upper body, noticing where you can open up. Somewhere. Flexing those toes, and then we'll do ankle circles over there. My foot's tingling. Noticing what's happening, breathing here. Other direction. Hug the knee in and bring it back. Hold on to that knee. Separate it from that right leg again. And then bring that right knee in. Rock and roll side to side. I don't know about you, but my spine cracked in a lot of weird little deep places that I've never felt it before. All right, resting here for just a moment. Hug those knees in. Just keep pulling them closer and closer to the chest. Tailbone down. All right. We're going to rock and roll from front to back, and then we're going to end up in Navasana, which is boat pose. So we're just going to rock and roll. Go gently, a little bit at a time. I'm going to turn around. So it can be this direction. I'm not sure if that's good or not. At least I feel like I'm facing you. All right, this next time we're going to stay up. Okay, here we go. Up. So the heart lifts. You're going to hold on to the front of your thighs, your calves, your back of your thighs. Shoulders come down and towards the back. Towards each other, down the spine, towards the tailbone. Tuck the belly in. The pelvic floor is lifted. We're not working too hard. We're just staying here for a moment. Heart lifts, shoulders down. Lift the legs a little bit and bring them down. Lift the legs and bring them down. Lift. Hang it out. A couple more breaths. And then we're going to rock back. So take an inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Now we're going to exhale and rock. Inhale. Exhale. Rock back and forth. Back and forth. Back, and we're coming back up. Navasana, bow pose. Bring those legs up. Maybe this time we're going to bring our hands out. Shoulders and arms down, elbows toward the floor. Belly lifts, belly button into the spine. Breathing here. Heart lifting, looking up. Legs up. Move. Hug those knees. Rock back. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Up. Arms out. Let's bring those arms behind. Oh, no, we can't. Arms behind our head. No, not even. Back to the thighs. Just try to straighten those legs. Woo. Breathe, heart lifts. Exhale, bring those knees down. Oh, sheesh, that's enough. Whew. Let's bring the soles of the feet together. Grab around them. Up on your sit bones. Butterfly, heart forward, elbows down towards your inner thighs. So you like press them down, let them fly a little bit. Bring the heart towards the toes or the top of your mat. And just close your eyes if you're comfortable with that. And breathe. And notice that maybe your thighs go a little closer down, a little more open. Nice. That feels pretty good. A little more neutralized. Let's come to tabletop. And we'll have our blocks handy. We'll decide what to do with them in a minute, but we'll just have them handy. Tabletop. Well, we already did a good stretch on the back, but let's just curve the back, rounding up. Heels, hips towards the elbows. Drop the head so the top of the head is reaching down. Breathe here. Press the floor away through your hands, your wrists, your forearms, your upper arms. Open the back. Give it some space. And on your next inhale, we're going to drop the belly. Head lifts, belly drops, hips up, bring the heart forward. Hang out here. Hanging out. Breathing, shoulders down. Belly up and in. Tailbone lifted. On your next exhale, begin the exhale and then tuck the tail under. Round the back. Let's bring those hips to the heels. Take a breath right here. In fact, let's bring on our toes so we can practice a little toe bending torture here. Breathing. See if you can't let the bottoms of your feet relax a little bit and try to let the toes bend just a little more. Not even working them. Just seeing what you can breathe into and let open. What can happen here? I'm like, my toes are hanging on for dear life. It's like, no, just try to relax. Inhale. Drop the belly, looking up. Slow with the low back. Bend the elbows, heart forward. Hang out. Bring the neck out nice and long. Bring those hips in, exhaling, back to the heels. Find the resistance in your toes again. Just come to bring our attention and our awareness to the toes And is there something you can let go of? What are they holding on to dear life for? Release those balls of your feet back towards the back of the mat. Breathing here. Let's grab our blocks. And find a spot, and let's just bring the arms out on top of the blocks. Hips back, arms out, hips back, toes still under. Rest your head on the mat if you can. Keep bringing those hips back, pulling yourself out of the armpit, the upper arm. Come back to the toes. Think about those toes. Breathe into them. And come back up. Tuck those toes under. Ooh. They're like stuck that way. Heels out, toes touching. Hips all the way back for a nice child's pose. Breathing, widening the back, opening the whole torso. Let the tops of the feet relax now, right? Now the toes are resisting the opposite way. Try to let them go. Inhale, just rolling on up. Back to tabletop. Let's bring the right knee in a little bit and bring that left leg to the back. Bring your hands a little further back than you really like to. And with that back leg extended nice and strong, the heel reaching out towards the wall behind you, but the hips are even. You're not up like this. Your hips are even. We're just gonna lift the back leg from the glute and the hamstring. That's it. But let's bring the belly up a little bit, the lower rib cage up, the heart forward. Bring the head out of the shoulders, shoulders back and down. And let's bring the right hand to your chest. Breathing here. Bend that left leg. Keep it up. And then try to lift the right toes. Breathe. And if you got it, bring the right hand out. Both legs, the leg and arm out. Balancing. Maybe your toe is up. Breathing. Whoa, watch out. Woo, bring it down. I'm going to keep it out. We're going to lift it up again. Take a couple of breaths. Inhale, lift that back leg. Reach out with that right arm. And let's reach around and try to grab that foot with the hand. Lifting up, heart goes up, thigh goes up, foot goes up, shoulder is up, pulling, using the foot and the lower leg to pull the arm and shoulder open, looking up to the right. Belly in, heart forward, up with that back leg, breathe. And come on down. Woo! Let's tuck those toes under again. Come back to the heels. Bring those blocks back. Stretch it out. Let your head touch the mat. Rest it on the mat. Totally fine. Big rest. Relaxing the jaw. Try not to let the mind wander. See if you can't bring our mind here, and then come back to your toes and see what's happening down there. So I just thought, oh, toes, and wow, they're really still holding on for dear life up there. Try to breathe some life into them. Relax the cheeks. Come on up. We'll just switch sides. So hands further back than we really like them to be. Right knee in towards the center. Left leg out this time. I'm sorry. Left knee into the center. Right leg out. Take a breath. We're going to lift that back leg. The hip stays neutral. The rib cage and the belly is up. Heart is forward. Shoulders are back and down. Elbows wrap around and come towards the hips a little bit. They can be bent. So there's this opening across the collarbones and the front of the shoulders. And at the same time, they got that back leg stretching out and lifting up. Breathe here. We're going to bring our left hand to the chest. Lift up that back leg. Let it work. Breathe into it. And then maybe you want to lift your left toes. Tighten the core. Pelvic floor lifts. Belly button's working. Lower abdomen's working. Whoa. We're on the floor. It doesn't matter if we fall over. All right. We got it. We're going to bring out that left arm. Toe up, arm up, leg up. Bring the back of that right thigh up more. Upper arm of the left arm up more, breathing. Woo. Nice deep breath. Exhale, bring it down. Take a breath in between. Extend that right leg back. Get the hips neutral. Wiggle those hips for a moment. See what's happening there. We'll bring that back leg up. Bring that left arm out in front. Lift those toes again. Back of the thigh up. Upper arm up. Breathing. Top of the mat. Eyes at top of the mat. Bring the toes up if you can. Just play with it as much as you can. Belly tightens. Hoof the back a little bit. Breathe. Oh, that's right. Bring them down for a second. We got to go for the dancer pose. Take a breath. Inhale back with that leg. Arm goes out, reaching around. Find that ankle or anything you got. Reaching up, pulling, using the lower leg and the ankle to pull the left arm up, the left shoulder up, turning and looking up. Belly button lifts. And relax down. Whew. Let's go child's pose this time, not on our toes. Let the back relax down. Tailbone down, head down. In fact, let's bring our arms behind us. Surrender. Rolling up. Just to a seated position. We did a lot of back stuff, so I think we should try for a camel. What do you think? I think maybe we should do one other thing first. So let's come back to our mats. Bring the block, I'm gonna switch sides again. Bring the block across your, well, if you were a girl, you'd have a bra, you know, like right under the shoulder blades. And then have your other block handy for underneath your head. But what we want to do right now is we want to get the upper back. We did a lot of stuff with the low back. Let's get the upper back going. Now you can have it on the low side if you want, or you can have it up one to the second side. And then find a spot that's comfortable for your head. Most likely on one, 2 is too much for me, but 1 level lower on the block for the head. Let's just open the chest right here. And breathe. Slowing the breath down. And allowing it to be longer, like we did in the beginning of class. How long can you make your breath? Here we are in the most open, vulnerable position, giving our lungs as much space as they could possibly want or be able to get. Letting the shoulders be down, not scrunching them up. But try to let the arms be heavy and not working. Maybe you've been here for a while. Maybe you want to, well, I don't want to experiment with my head down. I kind of do, but it's somewhere in between that first level and no level. Sending the breath as far into your lungs and out through them as possible. Imagining all the trachea, all the little ventricles, and all the little trees filling up. Getting some life in there where they don't always get it. New fresh oxygen and new fresh blood. Keeping us younger and healthier. Building our immune system. Just still breathing. All right, let's bring our elbows in towards the body. Bring the head up and press the shoulders off the block with the elbows. Move the block out of the way. And just rest back down, move that block out from underneath your head. And notice the difference. How much more your body wants to open. Oh, so much so than yawn. Whew. All right, let's hug those knees in. Let's rock and roll forward and back until we come to a seated position. Back to Navasana. Inhale. Inhale up. One more time. Why not, right? Bring it out. Arms out, legs out. Bring them down. Okay, we're gonna do camel. So bring your blocks right behind you over here. In fact, you got your strap? If you have your strap, let's use it. If you have your strap. I'm not gonna have a loop, I'm just gonna have the strap. Let's put this strap around our ankles. And bring our hands down. Have the blocks handy. Hands fall down. Have them kind of close. All right. Let's hold the strap. I have to put my toes under because they're cramping. So let's hold the strap behind us. Hopefully that didn't take you as long as it's taking me to make this happen. Elbows come out, shoulders come back and down, elbows come toward each other in the back. We're holding onto this strap. The heart lifts. The pelvic floor lifts, the lower abdomen is in, the belly button is in, the lower rib is kind of in, but the heart is up. I'm gonna come back to my strap in the back. I wanna make a kind of a separation. My arms are gonna work to pull my shoulders back and down, but my heart is lifting. So there's an extension happening all along the front of the body. Now, right where that block was in our shoulder blades, as we were in fish pose there, imagine that that's the place that you're bending in your back. Now, maybe you can bring your strap up a little bit, pulling it, your upper body back, heart lifting, breathing here, looking up and back, but not like scrunching the head, right? Hips come forward, thighs come forward. Breathe here. Open the front of the body, the thighs, the pelvic region, the belly. I know we're still here. If you want, you can, well, hold on to the strap still in the back. Now you can bring your fingers to the block and let go of the strap if you want. Give yourself something to lean on. Press the heart up even more. Press the hips forward. Glutes are working. Front of the thighs are working. Breathing. Slow and deep. Slow and deep. One more breath. I know it's a long time. Inhale. Exhale. Very slowly. Arms come to the front. Drop your toes back and down. Slowly. Bring our blocks in front. Child's pose. Opposite. Totally opposite. Right? Feeling the back open up slowly, slowly, slowly. It wants to open. This doesn't want to move very fast. Opening it up. And then bring those hands behind you. Bring your forehead a little further forward. Tailbone down. Relax the lips and the cheeks. Try not to think about anything but class. Just think about, not even class, just thinking about your body. How does it feel to you? What's happening for you? You notice something somewhere, you're like, oh, I think I should take care of that. Or Oh, I feel really good today. My shoulders are open. Try to sense a little bit of gratitude and something good you can find for yourself in our minds. Me too. One more nice deep breath. Inhale. Exhale, rolling up. Ah. Just hang here for a moment. Close your eyes and breathe. Notice what's happening in your body. Hopefully you feel good. I feel good. All right, let's see here. I'm kind of tempted to do camel again. We're already so stretched out. I think we should. Come on. We can do it. Put those blocks back by your heels and your ankles. Get your strap. Still there. We're going to work on the thighs and the hips a little more this time, okay? So, and you can have your toes under if you want, or you can be on the tops of your feet, whatever you want to do. So, elbows come out and back. Shoulders come down, shoulder blades on the spine and down towards the tailbone. Tailbone reaching down. Pelvic floor lifting, belly button in, lower abdomen in. Heart lifts, the chest rises. The lower ribs are in a little, but the heart lifts up. Those elbows are out and around and down. We grab onto that strap, giving ourselves some leverage. And then we start to look up. So find a place that's pretty good, not too straining here, but just you're in a good spot. And then let's think about those thighs and hips. So let's bring the hips forward, thighs forward, hips forward, thighs forward. And then notice if we can lift the heart a little more. Elbows back and down. Holding on the strap. I can grab a little more on my strap now. Thighs open, pushing forward, hips forward. Up and back with this upper body, the heart, and the upper back. Thoracic and the neck. Breathing here. Opening the chest, giving it the gift of as much breath as you could possibly intake. Thighs and hips forward, heart lifted, arms pulling. Maybe you reach for your blocks. Maybe you reach for your heels. Come on back. What do you got? I don't got it. Couple more breaths here, just open, just grateful to be open. And bring the head up, exhale. Slowly again, hips to heels. A little better this time, not quite as slow to move. Hips down, head forward, Balasana, child's pose. Breathe all the way through the back. Let it open up now that it's relaxed. Relax the cheeks and the tongue and the lips, top of the forehead, top of the head, eyes. Oh my goodness. All right, gently rolling up. We got a little bit more time. did some good stuff. Let's do a forward bend. Let's bring a block. I know, and you might want to blanket up, have a blanket under me right now, or you could have a bolster, I guess. Not if it's too big. It's gonna be too much for me, so I'm just gonna fold my mat under me. I forgot my blanket. Okay. Place your block between your ankles and get your strap. If you don't have a strap, that's okay. You can just use your fingers on your thighs. I think you said you have a strap. In fact, you know what? Well, I'm not going to go over there and put on my glasses and read your notes. So I'm just going to do it this way. Just bring the toes to the face, heels out. Hold one side of the strap in each hand. Heart lifts, shoulders back and down, neck long. Chin down. Crown of the head up and tall. Bending the elbows and just pulling the chest just a little bit towards the toes, the heart towards the toes. Maybe you can go more, maybe not. Now you should, if you're pulling yourself forward, only be feeling it in the back of the legs. I don't want anything in the back. If you got it in the back, then come way back here. As soon as you can go up with the heart and then bend the elbows, reaching forward, it should just go straight into the back of the legs. If that's where it is, you're good to go. And if you can keep it there, right? So then chin towards the toes. Breathing and closing the eyes and just thinking about, just listening. Stretching out those legs. Maybe you can come more forward, maybe not. And then maybe just let the head roll down. Breathing here, nice and slow. Bring it up. Release that strap. And we're going to come down to the floor. We'll take a bridge. Let's bring the block handy for the bridge. I'm going to go this way. Block handy. Lie down. Knees up. Back where we started. We started here. Let's bring those feet, lock them in so they're directly in front of the sit bones and they're parallel. And we're going to bring our hands onto the floor, palms on the floor, shoulder blades underneath your back. Lift the heart. Inhale, we're going to lift those hips. So inhale up, press the hips and the butt up. Don't stay neutral right here. Don't try to push too far up or too far down. Just try to be like if we're in our plank right now, right? Just stay there. Glutes are working. Let the pelvic region, the lower abdomen, melt. See if you can separate body parts. Legs are working, thighs are working, glutes are working, outer hips are working. Maybe I can release them a little bit, breathe. Abdomen melts. Bring that block you have handy, put it under your back, under the sacrum, the flat bone. I'm going for side number 2. You can go for any side you want. Separate the feet a little bit and just let the hips rest. and melt heavy into the block. You don't have to go anywhere. You don't have to do anything. Just melt heavy into the block. Like, what if you just squish the block? Let the abdomen open up. I'm going to do one more thing. Breathing here. We're going to press up. Bring those hips, the heels a little closer to the hips. Press the hips up. Let's go for a shoulder stand. Let's bring those arms underneath, shoulder blades underneath. Interlace the fingers behind you or put them somewhere on your hips or your back. I'm going to bring them down on the floor. Actually, I'm not. I'm going to try my best to lift up. So my hands are holding my butt to help me come up. And then my hands are on the low back. My knees are bent right now. They don't have to be, but they can be. Just bring them up. Bring those shoulders underneath you, elbows in. Maybe feet are up. If that's a little too much, you don't want to do this, just do it on the bridge, on the block. In fact, if you're up in it and you're good, great. I'm going to demonstrate it on the block. Just bring those legs up and let them hang in the air. You can let the knees bend over the chest a little more and just let them hang. So you do whatever's good for you. I think you are a shoulder stand person, but I'm not remembering exactly if it's hard or easy for you. Try to let the tops of the thighs relax. And then if you're in it, wherever you are, so you can just bring those knees a little bit over the head. For plow. Maybe touch your toes. Breathe here. So good for the thyroid here, thyroid glands. Elongating that neck. Letting a stretch happen in the back of the neck. Couple of breaths. Maybe you can straighten out your legs a little. One more. Roll down. Get everything out of your way. All right. Feet wide on the mat. Drop the knees over to the right, the left, the right. Just rock them back and forth. Let them fall over to the right. Bring your right ankle on top of your left thigh outside of the knee and let it bring it down. Turning your head towards the left. Opening up one more time in a twist. Let the front of this hip open, the whole left side. Breathe into it. Let it get heavy. Let the legs get heavy. Try not to resist. One more breath. Let go of that knee, roll them up. Wide on the mat. Press your heels down, lift your hips. Tuck it under a little bit. Knees over to the other side. Left ankle on right, outer thigh, right knee. Turn the face to the left, to the right. And let that right hip come up, right knee come down. Like I'm aiming the top of the pelvic bone, the hip bone, towards the sky, opposite the body. And just roll it around in there, moving it around. What feels good to you? Besides nothing. Just kidding. Relax the right, the left thigh, the left inner thigh, the left leg. And then bring it on up. Relax that ankle off the knee. Hug the knees into the chest. Happy baby, rock and roll. Chin into the chest, neck long, knees towards the floor, toes towards the top of the head, tailbone down. Knees down, toes, top of the head, tailbone down. Breathing here. Opening those knees, letting them melt towards the floor. This is a squat position. It's just on our backs instead of on our feet. Hug the knees, rock and roll, and set up for your Shavasana. Bring your bolster, your blanket. If you have your couple of blocks, maybe make them under your hands so your hands can rest on top of the blocks. I'm going to put a bolster under my knees. I'm going to do like you do, where you have it up. I like that. That's good. Bring the shoulder blades over the body. Let the heart lift. And just close your eyes. Just rest. And know that the body knows exactly what to do. The whole body, the mind, the brain, the cells, everything. It knows what to do. Like, oh, you've opened it up for us. We can get in there and fix that little thing and send some repair in here, whatever. The body's always trying to find homeostasis. Always trying to right itself, always adjusting and compromising and not compromising, it's compensating for any disease or discomfort or improper posture or anything. It's just constantly working to make us as best in balance as we possibly can. And to be healthy, the body wants to be healthy. We want to be healthy, not just us mentally, but us in our bodies, the life force that moves through us. The lips relax, forehead, the tongue, let it fall away. The jaw goes slack, and the eyes melt into the eye sockets. allowing your breath to deepen. Wiggling your fingers and your toes, your ankles and wrists. Maybe stretching out. Hugging in nice and tight, roll onto your left side. And using the palm of your right hand, press yourself up to a seated position. Palms together at heart center. Lift your heart to meet your thumbs. We'll take one arm together. Inhale. Thank you for coming to this class and giving your own body and your own life the attention it needs and allowing me to share this practice, my practice, with you. It's an honor. Namaste. Thank you, Sion. You're still there. Bye, Sion. Take care.